Warning, the videos on this list may cause you to never sleep with the lights off again. Proceed with caution. Here are 8 scary videos that are deeply unsettling. Number 8. The Polaroid. 30 years ago, John Huckert and John Matkowski moved into a century-old home in California Hills, but their new home was not as welcoming as they would have liked. Soon after moving in, strange and unsettling events started happening in their home. The first weird thing that occurred was when the bathroom door kept opening and closing on its own. Huckert owned a Polaroid camera at the time, so he took pictures of the bathroom door each time the strange incident occurred.
Opening again, that's when I snapped it, and that's the picture with the scary face on it. First I thought it had to be a joke because it looks so much like the stereotypical, ooh, scary ghost.
This was only the beginning of a series of unsettling events in the couple's home. Soon after, the couple invited some friends over so they could all communicate with the spirits. Quick question. If your friend invited you over to their possibly haunted home to communicate with the dead, would you accept the invitation? Let us know your answer in the comments. After their friends were seated, Huckert proceeded to ask the spirit if it was present, and somebody took a picture as he spoke. At first, nothing looked out of the ordinary until the Polaroid developed. We see something strange beside Huckert. It seems to spell out the word yes.
The first question that we ask is, are you here?
That just changed everything. It's one thing to get like weird light patterns and stuff like that. It's another to get like communication.
The couple and their friends are horrified by this. This was only the beginning of their communication with the unknown. Over the years, they have received thousands of cryptic messages from this entity. The next clip shows Huckert in 1992. In the video, he shows us the entire process of communicating with this unknown entity.
Opening the film.
Okay, right. Did you die in this house?
Asking the question.
This time, the spirit replied in another language.
Sounds like we need to get out the Latin dictionary.
Corpus delicti.
The spirit replied in Latin, corpus delicti. The literal translation of corpus delicti in English is body of the crime. This new revelation created a new fear in the hearts of the couple. They feared that one day they could stumble on an unmarked grave in their home. People were skeptical about the couple's claim, so they invited a team of paranormal investigators, scientists, and filmmakers to prove that they were not faking these messages. Every camera in the room that night captured eerie messages. Even the scientists could not come up with any theory other than the fact that something sinister was in that house. Even more terrifying is the fact that 2 different cameras captured a message that said, "Dig here," further deepening the couple's fear that a body might be buried in their home. After the activities ended that night, they all posed for a group photo. There is a black shadow in the photo standing next to Huckert. The messages are not the only creepy things happening in the house. Do you believe this couple's experiences were caused by a ghost or something else? Share your thoughts in the comments. Number 7. The farmhouse. Moving into a new house can be exciting. You get to remodel it to your taste. The satisfaction that comes with thorough remodeling is unrivaled, but you have to be careful because there are times when your new house might not be as empty as it seems. A couple recently moved into their 1840s farmhouse in rural upstate New York. They started their renovations, and everything was going well until strange things started happening. What made it even weirder was that these eerie occurrences only happened when the wife, Tasha, was home alone. So, her husband did not believe her claims until one day, when she was finally able to capture them on camera.
I think I'm crazy. The first time I'm here by myself, there's a picture on the floor, and it just...
Things quickly escalated from there. The family dogs started acting like they were disturbed by something unseen.
Why are you running?
One day, Tasha recorded the dogs fighting over a toy. She wanted to show her online audience the mess the dogs made during the fight. She uploaded the video on Snapchat and thought nothing of it until a friend reached out to her in concern. Her friend pointed out a shadow moving up the wall in the corner. Tasha did not know what the shadow was, so she uploaded the video on TikTok and asked if anyone could help her solve the puzzling situation. Many concerned viewers shared their theories on what the shadow could be. A lot of them expressed their worry that Tasha and her family could have disturbed an entity by renovating the 180-year-old farmhouse. One night, an incident occurred that chilled Tasha to her bones. She heard the doorbell ring, so she checked the camera to see who was there. What she saw was terrifying. We see a dark shadow move toward the chair on the porch. It looks like it took a seat before moving away and fading into thin air. Do you agree that Tasha and her family moved into a haunted home? Or is there a better explanation for this strange phenomenon? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Number 6. The tunnel. A man named Chris decided to explore a tunnel nestled deep in the forest. Just like it sounds, his experience was quite daunting. As Chris went deeper into the tunnel, there was an unnerving silence as well as the unshakable feeling that he was being watched. Soon, Chris encounters something chilling. Did you see those creatures watching Chris from behind the wall? Those were definitely not humans. Chris was shaken by this experience and described it as one of his most harrowing experiences. What creature did those eerily glowing eyes belong to? Number 5. The asylum. The Denver State Hospital was an abandoned asylum in Massachusetts. Before it was closed down in 1992, it had about 3,000 patients. All of these patients were severely mentally ill. According to the nurses who worked there at the time, these patients were subjected to very poor treatment. Some of these treatments included unnecessary lobotomies, which left them in a worse state than when they were first admitted to the hospital. The patients also reportedly lived in complete neglect and very unhygienic conditions. Hearing tales like this should normally warn people away from the property, but thrill seekers find themselves drawn to the dark past of the abandoned asylum. This made the authorities lock down the building. The video you are about to watch was not taken by a thrill seeker, but by a security guard of the building back in 2000. What he captured was chilling. Watch this closely. Did you see that dark figure? The security guard did not notice the figure until he reviewed the footage later. He was horrified by what he saw. A dark figure quietly moved past, like it did not want to be seen. At first, I thought it was probably another thrill seeker hiding from the security guard. But the building was on lockdown at that point, so the only person there was the security guard. What do you think? Was that a ghost or something else? Number 4. The demon. This video was uploaded by the Paranormal YouTube channel, Wo Kayatha. They investigate paranormal sightings in Pakistan. After locals reported that an abandoned farmhouse was possibly housing a demon, the trio went to investigate.
अंदर से आवाजें बड़ी अजीब सी आ रही हैं जैसे कोई बच्चे हैं अंदर क्या है आवाज आई हाँ ये लोग हो गए इस रूम से तो नहीं ना अभी तक कुछ हुआ पता नहीं इस रूम में क्या आवाज आ रही है ये रूम नहीं है इसको देखे तो शहरी में गोली करी उसको अंदर के हालात देखे यार
Not dare to go into the room, so they checked the recording instead, and this is what they saw. A strange creature is seen huddled in the corner of the room. The sight of it alone is enough to send anyone running, but the trio bravely continue their investigation. Sit tight, because things are about to get even more terrifying.
भी नहीं है यार इससे मैं बैठी हुई थी नहीं यहाँ पर इसी जगह पे वहाँ से नहीं इसी जगह पे देखा बिल्कुल इस जगह पे छोटा सा था उसका कद यार ऐसे ऐसे नीचे बैठी हो ना.
While the investigators were wondering where the creature disappeared, the door suddenly slammed shut, basically trapping them in the room. At this point, the investigators were creeped out. They tried to unlock the door, but whatever was on the other side of the door had more sinister plans. The door suddenly opened, painfully hitting one of the investigators on the arm. But there was something else. Did you see the odd thing at the door? It briefly appeared, probably after opening the door and hitting the investigator, then slowly went out of view. Could this be the same creature that was first seen sitting in the corner? Maybe it left the room and slammed the door shut after all the investigators came back into the room. Was it really a demon or something else? Number 3. The ambulance. In July 2024, an ambulance driver saw something that made him run as far from his ambulance as he could. He was so terrified that he forgot to turn off the ignition before running.
I'm not sure how to talk about this, but well, first off, I've been an EMT just for a little bit, and like I ain't never experienced nothing like this. So as we driving back to base, I swear I seen a face in the rearview mirror. Like, fuck, I need to turn this engine off though, cause like we're gonna be stranded out here. I'm not trying to go back near this truck.
The driver was shaken by whatever he saw. He eventually was able to capture it on camera. Watch the next footage closely.
I don't know if you see it, but can y'all see that back door? Like, it just, oh shit. Like it just flew open, like, can y'all, oh. Nah, what the what was that? Can y'all see it? Nah, hell no, fuck that.
We can see a dark shadow moving past the window repeatedly. It's probably the face that terrified the driver and made him abandon the ambulance. He thinks the shadow is responsible for the loud thump we heard earlier, which was from the cabinet closing itself. Was this perhaps a ghost of a patient who died in the ambulance, or is there a more rational explanation for this? Let us know your answer in the comments. I am sure the driver will be relieved to finally know there is a rational explanation for what scared him that day. Number 2. The Headless Man. This video was uploaded on the YouTube channel Fourth Wall. It features a bridge, which is rumored to be hunted by the ghosts of those who committed suicide on it. The frequency of suicides on this bridge was so high that the government installed barriers to keep people away. It sounds like the bridge is an ominous structure. Why did those people choose this particular bridge? I have no idea, but let's keep going. 2 Japanese ghost hunters were fascinated by this bridge, so they went to investigate the paranormal sightings reported by the locals. They filmed their activities and also took pictures. At first, they didn't see anything out of place on the bridge, apart from an eerie feeling that would normally be associated with a place where many have taken their own lives. It seemed like a normal bridge. That is, until they saw this. Did you notice what was missing in that picture? That is not a picture of a ghost or a sinister creature. It is a picture of one of the ghost hunters. The picture was taken during the investigation. While looking through it, probably to see which one he could post on his social media, he was shocked to see his head was missing in one of the pictures. That is very scary because it almost seems like something was warning him to stay off the bridge. It's even more creepy if you imagine that at the moment they took that photo, there was a spirit covering his head. Do you think this spirit is the ghost of one of the people who committed suicide at the bridge? Or is it the spirit that draws people to commit suicide at the bridge? Whatever it was, I am sure it gave the ghost hunter nightmares for many nights after the incident. What do you think? Let us know your theories in the comments. Number 1. The doll. If there's one thing I have learned from horror movies, it is that buying a doll is never a good idea. A TikToker named Steph claims to have had a series of creepy experiences over the past decade. They began after she purchased a second-hand doll. She got tired of hearing the ominous cries of a baby around her home, so she threw the doll out, but this did not banish the sinister presence. One evening, she heard unsettling noises from behind her closed closet. She was alone and scared, so she decided to record it. What she recorded is something that nightmares are made of.
Espera, ve. Se está abriendo. ¿Ya viste? No mames. Ya decidió hacerse presente el amigo. Y de día. Ay, no. Miren. Miren, miren, miren. Ay, no. Para que no digan que está en la ropa. ¿Dónde?
A childlike hand can be seen slowly opening the closet. What's even worse is that after Steph knocked, a knock could be heard from inside the closet, even though from the video, we can see that no one was inside. Is this a real manifestation of a sinister presence, or is this just a hoax? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. We have come to the end of our list. Have you ever experienced something paranormal? Share your experience in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.